श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
கவிதார்க்கிகேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யவர்யோ சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹ்ருதி. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞானவைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்பல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் வாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியோ வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓமளவும் வாழ்வே.
Dhanyavadaha. We are continuing Abhaya Pradana Saram of Sri Vedanta Deshika from page 35. So Maharaja, the name Maharaja in the previous page referred to Sugriva, the monkey king. And then he was given a concession and rest for 2 months in the winter. And even after these 2 months, he did not wake up and realize that he has to extend help to Rama in searching for Sita and again helping him to reach her, bring her back and so on. So then, the protocol when even in the outset, when Sugriva and Hanuman became friends to Rama and Lakshmana, Sugriva sent Hanuman as an emissary or as a the PRO, public relation officer. So he sent his minister Hanuman to talk with Rama. The protocol was Rama did not talk to Hanuman, but he asked Lakshmana to talk to Hanuman. So a minister to the minister. So that was the first meeting. And then again the mistake that was done by Hanuman. Of course, on many occasions he did some mistakes. That means he showed his original nature of monkey, but later on he has been elevated to godhood. Today we worship him in temples just because he is the close associate and bhakta devotee of Sri Rama. So we adore him, we praise him, we eulogize him in the Parayana Shlokas of Ramayana. Anjana Nandanam Veeram, starting with that particular expression, we go on saying a lot of verses, more verses than Rama and Sita would have been given. And therefore, we have only one about Sita. Vaidehi Suradramatalam Haime Manda Mahamantape. Aidehi Sahitam Suradrumatale Mahamantape. So whereas Hanuman has got a lot of verses. By Sundarakandam, reading Sundarakandam, we can understand he is a Sundara, he is a handsome person, and he is good in all respects, beautiful in all respects, that is in behavior and so on. He has high knowledge. Now that another protocol, in order to make Sugriva the great king, Maharaja of the monkeys, to realize that he must wake up and help Rama, Lakshmana is being sent by Rama. So Lakshmana knocked at the palace door of Sugriva, and then the door was opened by Tara, Vali's wife, and Lakshmana's anger subsided down. And that is the reason, that is because the reason given by Kambanattalvar in Tamil Ramayanam, Kamba Ramayanam, that Lakshmana recalled to his mind the status of his mother Sumitra. And as in vogue, in practice in our country, the widow must have a white dress. And looking at Tara in a white sari, he remembered his mother Sumitra and brought down his anger on his own. So he made a twang of the bow in order to make Sugriva understand the emergency of the situation. And therefore, so Hanuman, of course, came to the rescue of Sugriva. Immediately he fell at the feet of Lakshmana. We see here in the text, Elaya Perumaluடைய சீற்றத்தை கண்ட, having witnessed the fury of Lakshmana, San Mantriyana Tiruvadi. We call actually in Tamil the title with the title Hanuman, Shiriya Tiruvadi. Periya Tiruvadi is bigger, what we call servant, is Garuda, the kite, and Shiriya Tiruvadi is Hanuman. So San Mantriyana, so good minister, San Mantriyana. You know the kingdom of Dasharatha, where Dasharatha had a good minister. He's called Sumantraha. Look at the meaning of the word name. So Sumantraha is one who gives counsel and it will be good counselor. So Sumantraha. Sumantra is a minister for Dasharatha for a long time, just like Vasishtha. So he is a long-living person. So San Mantriyana Tiruvadi, being a good minister, Hanuman fell at the feet of Lakshmana. So Avasaratile, meaning at that time, particular time, at that time, it was not hurried up time, but avasaram is opportunity. So at that time, so aparadhame patrashaha sharanagatarai prasadipika praptam. Now what did he do? What did Hanuman do? Hanuman advised Sugriva. He said, even if you have committed mistakes, don't worry. Aparadhame patrashaha. Though you have been committing a lot of blunders while Vali was alive, his elder brother was alive. And that was the mistake that thinking wrongly that Vali was killed by a demon, Dundubi, and Sugriva had to close the hole of the cave. And then he started anointing himself as the king of monkeys. So that was the mistake he did. he underestimated his elder brother's strength, Vali, namely Vali's strength. And therefore, that was the first mistake. And of course, Sugriva had to live in Gandhamadana mountain in order to escape from Vali's violence. So, Aparadame Patrashaha, Sharanagatarai. So, Hanuman advised Sugriva to fall at the feet of Rama. So, Prasadi Pika Praptam. Go and please Rama. Make him happy. So, it is your duty, prerogative, privilege to go and fall at the feet of Rama and get him, make him happy. Endre Maharajarukku Dharmopadesham sollum kramathile hitam solla. So Hanuman gave palatable instruction, advice to Sugriva. Hitam solla, palatable advice, hitopadesha. And also dharmopadesha, righteous advice, right advice, relevant advice, perfect advice, situational advice. And dharmopadesha, so it amounts to the rules of polity. So dharmopadesham sollum kramathile Maharajarukku, to the great king Sugriva, Maharajaram telindu. Fortunately, as a monkey, Sugriva also listened carefully to the advice of Hanuman and followed meticulously what he said. Now, this is the verse that you see here in Sanskrit on this. What was the Dharmopadesha? What was the advice given by Hanuman? Krita aparadhasya hite na anyat pashyamyaham kshamam antarena anjalin badhva lakshmanasya prasadana. So first fall at the feet of Lakshmana first, because he is at the door ready to send an arrow to you to kill you. And Rama sent him here. And therefore, so already you have been doing a lot of blunders. Krita aparadhasya. The latest aparadha, the mistake being making Rama wait, delaying the help to Rama. That is the Krita aparadha. Aparadha. In Tamil, we understand it as aparadha means fine, where an amount of money is levied as fine. It's called aparadha in Tamil. But aparadha means blunder, mistake, error, offense. So krita aparadhasya, so having committed an offense, na anyat pashyamyaham kshamam. I don't see any escape from, that is a solution to the problem of your mistake. Namely, so on pashyami aham, I see. Na pashyami aham, I don't see. Na anyat pashyami aham, I don't see anything else. Kshamam, something capable of solving your mistakes, problems, to avoid your trouble. So humble apologies for attending late. Yeah, right. So now what do? Just to fold your hands, fold your palms together, and then so antarena anjalim badhva. So keep your palms tight together. Badhva, tie it up, tie both palms in anjali, antarena, in between. That is, before you go to Sri Rama, you first salute Lakshmana. So Lakshmanasya prasadana. If you please Lakshmana, so by pleasing Lakshmana, Lakshmanasya prasadana. Prasadanam is pleasing. Prasadaha, anugrahaha, the grace from the Lord. So what we get from temple as the basil leaf, tulasi, the kumkumam from the sanctum sanctorum of the goddess, and then manja kapu, turmeric powder that we get from the goddess. Then tirtham, as we sip from the palms and flowers from the goddess and so on. So we have, so this is called prasada. So prasadana, by pleasing Lakshmana, you please salute him with the palms folded. So jalayati iti anjalihi. A is the first letter of all languages, A. And is akara vacho Vishnu. So means Lord Sriman Narayana. So jalayati, it makes him melt like water, like the ice cube melting into water. So he will melt before you. His mind will become soft. Jalayati iti anjali. The folding of palms will make Lord Vishnu feel sympathetic towards the devotee. So this was the samadhanam. The word samadhanam in Sanskrit means reply, solution. Samadhanam, as we say in Tamil, it means bringing down the quarrel. That is, make an amity make peace between two people. So samadhanam in Sanskrit means reply, answer. So we go to the footnotes for 1 and 2. So prasadipika is what we call samadhanam sayya. Now in Tamil, as we use in the same spirit, it has been given here. Prasadipika means Sugriva should go to Rama and please him. So he must give a suitable reply why he came late, as Keshav Swami just now said. So helping late, delayed help. So Tiruvadi என்று Hanumanukum, Maharajar என்று Sugrivanukum Sampradaya Payar. In Tamil tradition, we always call, so Sampradaya Payar, traditional name in Tamil for Hanuman is Tiruvadi, exactly Siriya Tiruvadi, the smaller divine feet. And Maharajar is an encomium for king of monkeys, namely Sugriva. So in the Kishkinda Kanda 32nd canto, we see the 17th verse just now. We read it. Kritaparadhasya hite nanyat pashyamyaham shamam antarena anjalim baddha lakshmanasya prasadana. The Tamil meaning is here, Neer Ramanukku aparadam seidirikkirir. Not only you did aparadam, blunder towards your elder brother Vali. Now Rama is to be considered elder brother because Rama treats you as his younger brother. Kundu Shulvan Mahanodu Aruvarano. That is the statement by Kamban. So Sugriva is the 6th brother. Vibhishana is the 7th brother. So Kundu Shulvan Mahanodu Aruvarano. That's a statement from Kamban. Beautiful. So the universal brotherhood was shown by Rama's attitude. So now Hanuman said to Sugriva like this, Neer Ramanukku aparadam seidirikkirir. Abhaya, therefore, Anjali Seidu, salute him with closed palms, Lakshmananai, to Lakshmana, Nalvartai Solli, talk to him with soothing words, talk to him with amicable words, good words. Samadhanam Shevade Oriya, appease him. So Samadhanam Shevade Oriya, without doing this, rather the remedy for the mistake that you committed against Rama, Veroru Tahunda Pariharam Enakku Thotravillai. I don't see any other solution to the problem. So we can't rectify your mistake unless you appease Lakshmana. So we go to 36. So Chamai Konda Prakarati Solukya. So we understand that Rama as an incarnation has got all the endless auspicious characteristics as Lord Vishnu would have it. There is no difference at all between the incarnations, now namely called Vibhava Avataraha, and the Paravasudeva, namely Paramapadanatha. Any form, he is always a Divya Mangala Vigraha or Aprakrita Sharira, otherwise called Divya Mangala Tirumeni in Tamil. So there is always an assurance that Kshamai Konda Prakaratai. He will excuse, Rama will excuse any type of mistake. So therefore he will pardon Sugriva. So Bhagavad Vishayatile Saparadharanalum. The problem is with only where when we commit fraud against the devotee of God, he will be more angry. But if we do offense against God himself, he will not be so angry. Bhagavad Vishayatile Saparadharanalum. Even though we commit mistakes against the God, Bhagavad Vishayatile, in the matter of God, Bhagavatare Shamikulla Amugattale Perumal Shamittaravilage. Yes, Bhagavata Apachara. Bhagavata Apachara is intolerable to the Lord. So he will not bear when a devotee is insulted by somebody else. So Bhagavatare Shamikulla. So while blessing the devotee, Bhagavata is a devotee of God. Ammuhattale. So with all mercy in the heart, Rama was ready to pardon Sugriva because though he came late. Perumal Shamittaraluhiyale. So in Krishnavattara he showed that he could tolerate 100 mistakes of Shishupala as promised to his mother, Shishupala's mother. So if Shishupala commits one more than 100, he would punish him. But as a mother, Shishupala's mother thought that son will not commit more than 100 mistakes. So that was falsified by the son. So, Ivanum meaning Sugrivanum. This Sugriva also, Niraparadhanai, free from the fault, Niraparadhanai, Kaikarya Yogyanam. So he became a good servant, eligible to serve Rama. Kaikarya Yogyanam. So he became qualified to serve Rama. Ennamidathai veliyittaralinan. So Ennamidathai veliyittaralinan is about Valmiki's presentation that Sugriva became a good servant of Rama, though he came late.
ஐயோ என்னன்னு பாரு நிமிட கிளிக் போட வேணுங்கிறதுனால தானே வச்சிருக்கேன் நான்.
Woken up by Lakshmana. Sudha, please mute yourself. So அவ்வளவில் இளைய பெருமாள் தம்முடைய பாருஷ்ய வாக்கியங்களுக்கு அடி சோக பரவசரான். வாக்கியங்களுக்கு அடி சோக பரவசரான். At that time, when Sugriva was ready to serve Rama, இளைய பெருமாள் Lakshmana தம்முடைய பாருஷ்ய வாக்கியங்களுக்கு அடி. He became very cruel in words, harsh in words. Lakshmana was harsh in words, echoing the sentiments of Rama. Rama will not. Okay, so Rajagopalan Swami, I am ready to answer your query. Anything that you want to say? Okay. So Lakshmana was harsh in words towards Sugriva. And there are 2 points here. Shoka Paravasharane. Shoka Paravasharane. It can refer to both Lakshmana and Rama plus Sugriva also. Because of the harsh words of Lakshmana, Sugriva became sad. Because of the harsh words of Lakshmana, Rama became sad. Rama was in a sad situation because Sita was away. And Lakshmana was sad because he felt insulted by Sugriva that he did not serve his elder brother Rama in the right way, at the right time. Therefore, now because Lakshmana loved Rama, because Lakshmana respected Rama, any harm done to Rama would not be tolerable to Lakshmana. And therefore, now let us see the Sanskrit words. Yadi kinchit atikrantam. Yadi kinchit atikrantam. Vishwasat pranayena va. Preshyasya chamitavyam me nakaschin naparadhyati. Now, this is the statement. And Rama was sad because Lakshmana said harsh words. So now Lakshmana regrets that he said harsh words to Sugriva. Yes, for example, a servant, an ambassador, an emissary, if sent by the boss, the king, he must behave as instructed by the master, and he must be as soft as he is supposed to be. He cannot take, according to his whims and fancies, Lakshmana cannot talk to Sugriva anything that he likes. So there is a rule, there is a what we call formal rule for the behavior of the ambassador, a messenger. So now he says, Lakshmana says, Yadi kinchit atikrantam. He is not very confident of over acting against Rama's will. This is what we also tend to do. All of us, without an exception. We violate the norms, NORMS, norms of piety, protocol to someone. We talk emotionally, we are disturbed. We scold, we find fault with others. Because of our love and faith in the master, in our master. So we do something beyond our limit. So we don't accept our faults also very easily. So whenever we are blamed, we say, no, I didn't do it. I didn't wantonly do it. I didn't willfully do it. So in that way, we try to save ourselves, defend ourselves, protect ourselves, that I did not do the mistake. So no thief accepts his theft. So yadi kinchit atikrantam. I might have done a little away from the rules of propriety. So yadi, if kinchit is something, a little, atikrantam, I overlooked. Vishwasat, out of faith or the belief in the master, and pranayena, by love, by affection, by filial affection, by being a blood brother. Rama is a blood brother. So, preshyasya chamitavyam me. Me preshyasya, because you sent me, Khamitavyam, you must excuse me, because I talked harsh words to Sugriva. And he says, Nakasyan naparadhyati. He gives a common proverb also. In order to support our view, we bring in some proverbs also. That means nobody is above board, he says. Everybody is likely to commit some mistake or other, sometime or other. Na kaschit na aparadhyat. There is no one in the world who has not committed at all any fault. Now you understand that now it's a prayer to Rama that after hearing Rama's words, Shrutva Ramasya Bhashita. So how was Rama? Shoka Abhibhutasya. Because of the separation from Sita, he is very solitarily suffering. Yacha Shoka Abhibhutasya. So the grief haunts him. He is not able to sleep. And he doesn't mind insects biting him, like ant, mosquito, fly, and so on, in the forest of Kishkinda. He doesn't recognize small sufferings. But his mind is preoccupied with a lot of grief about the position and status and the life of Sita. Shoka abhibhutas. That's why I said haunted by the sadness. So, Shrutva Ramasya Bhashitam. Because Rama was so disturbed in his mind. Restlessness was there, just like Arjuna had in Mahabharata. So Rama was highly disturbed, mentally not sound. And Bhashitam, having heard the words of Rama, Mayatvam Parushani Uktaha. So Tachatvam Shantumarasasi. Harsh words were spoken by me. Parushani Uktaha Maya. I have spoken harsh words, cruel words, unparliamentary words. And therefore, please give me pardon. Please excuse me. So here you get the words Parusha Vakyani, Kadumayana Vakyangal number 1. So we saw the Sanskrit version given in Tamil here, Kishkinda 36th canto 11th verse. Ramanidatilulla nambikayalum snehathalum. Because of the faith in Rama and also the friendship of Rama, edavadu naan thavari irundhalum. Even when I have transgressed the rules of propriety, Sevakana enuடைய தவறுதலை மன்னிக்க வேண்டும். Please excuse. I used to say, please excuse my mistake. Please don't, you need not excuse me, but please excuse my mistake. As though I am out of mistake. So Sevakana, because I am a servant, I might have transgressed the rule. So என்னுடைய தவறுதலை மன்னிக்க வேண்டும். உலகில் அபராதமே செய்யாதவன் யார் இருக்கிறார்? Can you tell me just one fellow who has not committed any crime? Then again the same Kishkinda Kanda, 36th canto, 20th verse. சோகம் மேலிட்டவரான ராமனுடைய வார்த்தைகளை கேட்டு நான் கடும் வார்த்தைகளை சொன்னேன். Having heard Rama's words, who was in grief, utter grief, and therefore the words of Rama influenced me to talk harsh words to Sugriva. அவற்றை நீர் மன்னிக்க வேண்டும். So this is what we also do often, namely committing a mistake and then asking for excuse. Sorry. Sorry, we say. Very easily in English we say sorry. So very sorry, we say. So after making a great blunder, we say very sorry. பெருமாளுடைய சீற்றத்தளவில் பிறந்த பாசுரங்கள் என்று தம்முடைய அபராதத்தை சோபாதிகமாக்கி மேலெழுச்சியான பெருமாளுடைய பாசுரங்களுக்கு காரணம் காமன் செய்தான் மன்யு செய்தான் என்கிற கணக்கிலே சோகமே ஆயிற்று. You know, the attitude of Rama here must understand in Abhaya Pradana Saram of Sri Vedanta Deshika. We will actually take up this topic on Monday. So tomorrow we don't meet for this Abhaya Pradana Saram. The two reasons being, one is Anadhayanam day tomorrow, plus my priest's daughter is getting married. The Brihaspati Putri Vivahita Bhavishyati. And therefore, so we will have the session on to be continued on Monday. That is my Indian Monday, and you, of course, your Sunday. And we want to just tell you the beauty of what we say daily. Yeah. Perumaluடைய சீற்றத்தளவில். பெருமாளுடைய சீற்றத்தளவில். Now, this is the attitude that we must learn from Rama. Rama occasionally gets angry. Even that is not right for us. The anger of Rama is to be instigated strongly so that he will get angry. Otherwise, Rama is not easily provoked. Rama cannot be provoked very easily. That is the greatest quality of Rama. He became angry at the king of oceans only after 3 days waiting and surrendering to him. God surrendering to a human being, rather a god, maybe the god of oceans, the king of oceans, maybe a natural god, but still the highest supreme god falling at the feet of the king of oceans. That itself is out of tune. Getting angry is a frequent habit for many of us, whereas Lord Rama showed restraint in containing the emotions. As we say that there are 6 enemies in our body: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya. The uncouth desire, the confusion, the greed, the fury, the insolence, pride, and also jealousy. Now, so the Shlokas of Ramayana, of course, we can also see the verses from the 4,000 Divya Prabandhas in Tamil representing this kind of episode. Lakshmana said, Nakaschin Naparadhyati. So also, Sita also said it later in Ashokavana. Tammude aparadathai sopadhikamaki. We always manage to escape from the fault that we commit. So we attribute some proverb to our action and say we are innocent. That's what we try to do. We try to prove ourselves innocent by quoting some words from some source. Now I'll tell you this vakyam from Taittiriya Upanishad. Jihva me madhumattama. When you listen to others' words, you must hear a lot. But whereas when you talk, You must measure words. You have to count words. You have to be careful, doubly careful. Look before you leap. Think twice before you talk. And that will be what we call the right attitude. By Taittiriya Upanishad says, Karna abhyam bhuri vishruvam. You have 2 ears to listen, 1 mouth to talk. With the 2 ears, you must listen to, you must hear more. Shelvattu Chelvam, Shevit Chelvam. Achelvam Shelvattulallam Talai. Tirukural of Thiruvalluvar. So the best wealth is listening. Concentrating on hearing. And whereas the Lakshmana here says, Sopadhikamaki. So conditionally, he talked harsh words. Sopadhikamaki. Because of some exigency of the situation, Lakshmana talked harsh words. மேலெழுச்சியான பெருமாளுடைய பாசுரங்களுக்கு காரணம். So we are going to find out how we reason out the words of Lord. Now what do you call a special day called Avani Avittam? It's called Shravana Purnima in Sanskrit. So it comes in the month of Adi or Avani. I think this year also it comes in Adi. Ashada Masa, we call it. So on the day of Avani Avittam, what do we do is we recite the mantra 1008 times. So what is that mantra? We call it Kamokarshit Japaha. It's called Japa, meditation, on 2 sentences. This also looks like Daya mantra. There are 2 sentences. Kamaha Akarshit, Manyuhu Akarshit. These are the 2 sentences. So instead of blaming ourselves for the mistakes committed by us, we say, I didn't do it. I never did it. I never commit mistakes. But Kamaha Akarshit. My desire did it. My desire did it. My wish did it. So Kamaha Akarshit. Or you can also say, Lord Manmatha, Cupid, Cupid, he did it. He entered into my mind and he did it. Not I. My mind did not do it. My body physically did not do it. But he did it. My desire did it. So we transfer the blame to somebody else. Manyuhu Akarshit. My anger did it. My anger did it. My fury did it. And you can also say, Manyuhu will be the god of death, Yama. You say, Manmatha did it and Yama did it. So Yama, the god of death, did it. Meaning that we also will meet the end. So Manyuhu is anger. Because of extreme anger, the god of death is supposed to be so emotional. Endikira Kanakile Shohame Ayit. Though we squarely blame others, that he did it, I didn't do it, somebody else did it. But still later on we have regrets. Oh, I might have been the source of trouble. Samaye Tishta Sugriva. Next point of Samadhanam, rather appeasing Sugriva will be, please follow the contract that between you and me. என்கையாலே பெருமாளுடைய பாசுரங்களுக்கும் இப்படி தாத்பரியம் காட்டி. So here we stop for today's session. Rama talked to Sugriva. Hey Sugriva, oh Sugriva, the king of monkeys. Samaye tishta. Stand do according to our contract. That is, I said you will be granted the kingdom of Kishkinda by me, usurping Vali, your elder brother. And in turn, you will help me to find out Sita. So Samaye meaning that there are two meanings. So in the contract, Tishta, follow the rules strictly, and also at the right time, please stand with me to help. Tishta, stand. So stand along with me, support me. And how did Lakshmana give harsh words to Sugriva? So he said, the doors are not closed in the world of God of death. The doors of the hell are open still, where Yama rules. God of death rules. So if you are not coming in right time, you will meet the fate of Vali. You will meet the fate of Vali. That was the harsh word given by Lakshmana to Sugriva. Nacha sankuchita panthaha yena Vali hatogataha. This is an indirect way of saying you will be killed. So Vali was killed, your elder brother was killed, and you will be killed if you are not doing your duty. Or that is, you are not carrying out your promise. Look at the beautiful reply of Kaikeyi to Bharata. Bharata was insisting her to give him immediate reply on the position of Dasharatha. What happened to my father Dasharatha? What happened? What happened? What happened to my father Dasharatha? She said, he went off to a place where there is no return. Whatever the human beings, wherever the human beings go, he went there. She did not say Dasharatha died, Dasharatha passed away. And this is also another clue. This is another clue. In any auspicious occasion, we are not to mention any bad incident by saying somebody passed away, somebody died. So we say in English, he kicked the bucket, so he lost his life, he breathed his last, and so on. So we have a different way of saying in Sanskrit, Panchatvam Gataha. Panchatvam Gataha. He became 5. Meaning, all the gross elements in his body went back to their own original position. Panchabhutani. Panchabhutani have gone back to their original position. That means life came out of the body. But here, only in auspicious occasions, we are not to mention any bad incident and say, Amangala Padam, Ashubha Padam, we are not supposed to say. Now, look at the way in which the decent behavior of many characters are seen in Ramayana. So that is also one of the lessons that we learn from Abhaya Pradana Saram. Of course, through Ramayana. Abhaya Pradana Saram stresses upon such important points from any source like Itihasa, Ramayana, maybe sometimes also.
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम् कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः। ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய.